when you and I started on this adventure, we didn't know what we had in store. We set an intention that we were going to connect with spirit and that we were going to have fun.
Yes, that
And
was the most important thing.
and we took ourselves really seriously. Well, we took ourselves pretty seriously, and you were so organized and you had planned out questions for me and did a soul empowering hypnosis with me, and then basically felt
And
like I was flying high as a kite and you were tethering me to the ground. And where in the heck were my guides going with all of this? And we realized after going through an hour and a half of that that we needed to react to that video. We didn't start off
yes,
saying we're going to do reaction videos. We
no.
realized midstream that that was what was being called on from us and is a big part of our show, really that slowing down, listening, absorbing, and reacting rather than just taking in, even if it's wise, even if it's channeled, even if it comes from spirit, there's a great importance to digesting, absorbing, and reflecting, keeping what makes sense and not what doesn't. And so we are not taking ourselves seriously and yet very seriously welcoming in the wonder of all of this.
And for me personally, the things that I'm seeing in my life and in those people around me and the content that I'm exposed to on the internet makes me feel like there are more people going through spiritual awakenings. There are
Yeah.
more people that are understanding that art and music and creative endeavors lead you straight to the heart, open you up, and allows you to listen to your muse, otherwise known as your guides, ancestors, and angels, and spirit guides. So more and more people are starting to open themselves up to this wonder, this thing that we all know deep inside. And when we started the show, I think we also understood that you and I, as two individual people, were had different experiences in opening up to spirit, but yet there was a lot of commonality between
Yeah, a lot of
us.
overlap.
Yeah, and so um, I mean, not everybody channels, but the two of us, you had been channeling longer than I, and but our experiences were very similar. So I think as we opened ourselves up to this magic, um, and there's a little bit of fear about exposure
Oh my gosh,
and
for sure.
letting people know, hey, this is what we do.
And especially coming from the professional backgrounds that we were both coming from, where, it's
Yes,
like serious and very official. And it felt, especially at the time we were recording these first several episodes, like an act of courage to do so.
yes.
Yeah.
And I think stepping back from the actual recordings and saying, okay, this is what was happening here,
Yeah.
um, gives us um, uh, more synchronicity to the event in hindsight. But it's like, okay, the guides were making me feel really uncomfortable. I was moving my hands a lot because I was
Right.
feeling
The
the energy
energy, the
going
energy
through
was
me,
coming
right?
through. Yeah, that's
Right.
right.
So in a way, we're here to also explain how channeling happens for us. And maybe it doesn't happen for everyone this way, but I have heard, I watch a lot of channelers, so I do understand that this type of energy that comes through the crown chakra and goes into your body does kind of hype you up a little bit. You do feel a kind of physical, and for you, your guides are silly and very playful.
Well, they
And
are when I've had like 4 hours of
you were,
sleep.
yeah, I was gonna
That
say
was
you were
that was
tired.
the
You were
context of
tired.
that.
And they
Yeah,
were just going through and tickling you and
they
just coming
were,
out.
they
They were
were,
very sparkly and
they were
fun.
very sparkly.
A- And I was like holding the tether going, come,
Yeah, I was
wait
like
a
this
minute.
kite behind me. This is Terry Freeman's
Yes,
kite. Yeah, I was like that, the
yes,
angel kite.
very much like that. That definitely is a good example of our personalities and then the way we get information. So
Yeah,
I think this show has been um, a learning process, and it's just kind of come together like that flowing. In one of your episodes, you talk about the ebb and flow of
right. So I started the
life.
channel as we were reacting to, it was actually a later episode. We'll get to that.
That's my favorite.
Yeah, where you were the channel. And then as you and I were reacting to that, we both started channeling again. So there were three layers of channeling in that particular episode where we were
Yeah,
listening back to you as the channel, and then we both started layering
yeah.
on the channels of each other.